This is actually the second time I'm gonna record this video, right? And I'm gonna just get straight into it. I've seen on the forum on Reddit, and I've been arguing with people in several comment sections on YouTube regarding reflex guard and should it be removed? Should it be given to all characters? Should the assassin should they just keep it the way it is? And my personal stance is this: I'm gonna just make my premises known, what I believe, what I feel like For Honor should do regarding the reflex guard. And like I said, I'm gonna get right into it. My first thing is I feel like reflex guard should be given to every single character in the game. That is my only stance. That is my stance. That is my point. Now we about to do like a little history lesson, see where I come from and stuff like that, right? First thing I'll tell you, how did reflex guard come into being? Like how did this happen? How did the guard end up in the game? So you had a martial artist come in, right? When they first started designing Warden with the longsword, the person that knew the longsword showed them, okay, these are particular stances we may hold. And just for anybody that don't know, I'm an assassin main, so you may say I'm biased, but I use Vanguard characters a lot. Actually, Lawbringer is my second highest rep character, so I use Vanguard characters or heavy characters a lot. I like them; they're pretty cool. But I'm an assassin main. I play every character as if I'm an assassin, and I feel like that's the better mindset that people should have. And I'm gonna also get into that. But when they started creating Warden with the longsword, right? They said the martial artist showed them stances that Warden may hold. Now, when you change your stance, you're therefore changing your guard. So they pretty much have a normal or a natural standing guarding position, which you're guarding one side, as you see with Vanguard or heavy characters. They're guarding one side, but it's leaving two opposing sides open. It's probably leaving their head or their right side, their head or their left side, or their left and right side if you're just guarding your head. So in this case, you need to understand that there's a difference between a stance and a guard. Your stance is just what you're holding. Your guard is what you're actually protecting. For regular characters, for Vanguard characters and stuff like that, they have a particular stance and guard at the same time. Their block is covering that area. So that is how you had the regular guard came into being, because of the martial artist that showed them about Ward. And now you get to when they started creating Orochi, who I believe was second in development, right? These are some things that I got from the For Honor Reddit and stuff like that. And these are also things that I've known. Like I had the game since launch. I've always known about it, stay with the community, but I don't really be all up, like, in the Reddit and stuff like that. Then you start with Orochi. The martial artist for Orochi, I don't know if he has the katana. I'm not really known on these weapons. I could look it up later, but I'm not about to do it right now. He told them, I'm assuming this is he told them, look, they don't hold a particular a guarding position. It doesn't make sense. They hold a centralized stance, the blade straight down the middle, and they react to what their opponent does. They use their reaction time and their reflexes to deflect and to block attacks and react to what their opponent does when they do it. That is more realistic if you ask me. Here is why I feel like all characters should have the reflex guard. One, it causes you to have to perfectly time your blocks. You can't just keep it up all day and be fed revenge, even by one person. You have to perfectly time your blocks. Because if you sit there and you block, like watch this, and I go back to my centralized stance. Now, Vanguards, they can't hold it up forever, so they're holding a centralized stance and a centralized guard. They're doing two at once, and to me, that just helps you feed revenge. So, they're doing two at once, really? And you see how Shaman is? She's not protecting any one area at all until I hit it to the right, and then her stance goes up to protect. But she's not holding anything in particular. She's just doing this, but she has a centralized stance, not a centralized guard. Nice. Nice. But they don't have a guard that they hold naturally, right? They just have a stance. That is what I'm saying that all characters should have. All characters have a stance that they hold, but at the same time, they're also protecting that side. That is where I feel like it is flawed, because what you're doing essentially is you're protecting one side and you're leaving the other two sides open. You aren't actually blocking based on your reactions. You're blocking, you're already predetermined blocking one side. If me and you come into a fight and they tell me, okay, you like to throw a lot of body shots, and I'm like, okay, if I come into that fight protecting my body before you even attack my body, what's gonna happen? You're gonna hit me in the other areas that I'm not protecting. Damn, good shit. I don't know how he got revenge, but like, he's one of the characters where you have a Vanguard, you can just block and be fed revenge, but you can also get revenge from being attacked. I know, but so back to my point. Like I said, I'm not really good at commentating and fighting at the same time. I'd be too focused. But so back to my point, because yeah, my team breaking. Everybody should have to work on their reaction time and work on their reflexes in order to get blocks. It's the same exact thing you do when you have to get deflects. You're working, you can't get a deflect just by already doing it in the direction before the attack even hits. No, you have to perfectly time it. You have to time it to where as soon as the attack hits, you dodge, you get the deflect. That's what I'm saying, what people should have to do with their blocks. People are just getting bailed out because they hold their block on one side and it does the work for them. It's pretty much the game doing the work for you. And with assassins and hybrid characters like Shaolin who have a reflex guard, you have to block an attack as it comes in. Because everyone knows your guard runs out. Your guard runs out, and once when it runs out, you go back to your centralized stance and you're ready to fight. It's like, all right, I'm ready to fight now, let's go. And that's how I feel like it should be. Even if we look at real martial artists today, real combat sports today, what do you see? They don't hold a guard that's predetermined already protecting one area. No, they hold a centralized stance and they react based on what you do. When you throw a punch, they dodge or they counter it. They throw a counter shot to it. When you move to your left, they may move to their right. If someone tells you, okay, this person's left hand is extremely powerful, I'm gonna move not to my right, I'm gonna move to my left to avoid his left. Moving to my right is going to his left. It's all about reacting. Like they even tell you in football, if any of you have played football or anything, they tell you react to what you see. But this isn't all sports. My dad used to tell me this in boxing all the time. I've been boxing for years. My dad would tell me, look, react to what you see. Don't react before you see it. Because it's easy for a person to set you up and counter you. They'll just simply throw a feint. And when they throw a feint, now you get caught because now you have shown where you're going to go. Even when it comes to when you are on the offensive and when you're attacking. Don't predetermine where you're going to attack because you're going to telegraph it by looking at the area, by constantly going to the area. You're telegraphing what you're doing. That is why you react to what you see. If I throw a punch straight at your face, you move out the way. You react to me. You react to what you see. You aren't going to dodge to your left if I haven't done anything because it's like, what are you dodging for? You see what I'm saying? So this is why I feel like every character should have reflex guard because it will require people to actually time their blocks. They won't just be able to be bailed out and hold their blocks up all day and just get away with it. You will have to actually time your blocks, right? Another thing, this will nullify turtling. You notice assassins can't really turtle. Why? Because their guard doesn't stay up all day. I don't see in these gank montages or whatever, I don't see people who are assassins. If any, you rarely see them with assassins who can sit there and just turtle because their guard isn't up all day. They have a certain amount of time to wear their guard, then they go back to a centralized stance. So this also, when you give reflex guard to everyone, this would also nullify turtling. It won't stop turtling 100%, but I feel like it will stop turtling damn near 100% because I won't be able to keep my guard up all day. 2, this will cause characters to be more unpredictable. And like I said, you will have to rely on your reaction time and what you see in order to kill somebody. And I feel like that's perfectly fine, but that's me coming from the mindset of an assassin.
You lost Zone A.
Hold on, I'm gonna get back into it after I kill this dude. Nice, he gonna hit me with a light. Heavy. Oh, he just lighted through it. That's nice, that's smart. But you won't be able to turtle. You would have to time your blocks. You won't just be able to hold it up all day and then get bailed out. You would have to time it. And when the timer went out, you just go back to your centralized stance that the game gives you. Like I said with Shaman and them, I hold it up, I'm blocking it, now I'm back. Now I have equal opportunity to block up, left, and right. Equal opportunity. Hey, bro, hey, what was good with you? What's good with you? But yeah, it's like you have equal opportunity to block every direction. That's why when a martial artist told them with the stance of Orochi is centralized and you can block equally up, left, or right. It makes perfect sense because that's what actually happens in actual martial arts and actual combat sports. They aren't guarding one particular area. They aren't. They wait for you to do something, then they react to what you do. Nice. Fuck. That hyper armor. Hito's a crazy character, but like I said, I'm not really focused on it. Like, cause I could just wait and just actually play Shaman smart and use my distance. But no, I'm not doing that. So, like I said, it would stop turtling, right? It will cause people to have to use their reaction time and their reflexes. Also, if you notice, assassins do something that really Vanguard characters don't do unless they have a dodge attack or anything. And a lot of them do, but you still don't really see it necessarily a lot, like a ton more than assassins. Assassins rely on dodging. That's what they rely on. That's what they do. That was a bad move. That was a deflect, but can I not dodge after the attack? I'm not worried about it, but look. I tried to dodge after that because I know he's going back to his right side, but hey, I guess you can't. So, points again. It will cause you to have to perfectly time your blocks. It won't allow you to turtle because your guard will go away, so you will have to actually like readjust your blocks or reapply your blocks, which is perfectly fine to me. But it'll also cause everybody to have and adapt a different playing style. You would have to adapt a different playing style. They're just trying to knock him off. Hey, I was with it. But look, and it will cause you to dodge. It will cause you to dodge more because since you like, I can't rely on my guard. I can't rely on my guard to protect me at all times. So what will you naturally start doing? You'll start to dodge more. And that's the whole point of assassins that people forgot about assassins. Assassins are not meant to stand there and fight you forever. That's not what their purpose is. Assassins excel at one-on-one fighting, not four-on-four fighting. So people also have to understand that. Go back to the roots of assassins. It's not to be a gank monster or anti-gank monster. It's meant for you to get someone one-on-one, use your dodge distance to your advantage, your dodge speed, your recovery, and your overall speed to your advantage. That's what you're supposed to do.
You captured Zone A.
Nice, nice. But yeah, so use what assassins have to your advantage, right? And after that, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you aren't supposed... People play assassins with the mindset of a heavy or a vanguard. They play assassins with the mindset that my guard is going to save me always, my guard is going to protect me. No, play assassins as if your guard is not going to save you always. That's what you're supposed to do. Rely on your dodging, rely on your reflex, get deflex. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a whole nother set of fighting. It's a whole different style of fighting. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's why people suck with the reflex guard, because they just simply suck. It's literally called a reflex guard. Rely on your reflexes to get the work done. Where you going, bro?
You lost Zone A. Your team is breaking.
Bro, I'm trying to throw him off and you ruining that shit, bro. Like, that's all I was trying to do. But yeah, that's what I'm like. Just rely on what assassins have. Rely on what they're supposed to do. Dodge attacks, countering with dodge attacks, stuff like that. Don't rely on your guard. Rely on your reflexes to actually block. Rely on your reflexes to deflect and everything. I've never heard an assassin main who actually knows how to deflect and stuff, and who knows how to play assassins and has their mindset complain about the reflex guard. The only thing assassin mains used to say is, look, have the guard at least last a little longer. That's it. Just have it last longer. Because that joint was extremely short, but now it's not. So that's all you had to do. And now they up the timer. Like, I see people like Nova King, King Misty. They don't complain. Why? Because they know how to deflect. They know how to incorporate the other styles of fighting with their character and with assassins, because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm telling people, learn how to deflect. Rely more on your dodging. Just know when to dodge and when not to dodge. Set it up. That's why assassins to me are the hardest characters in the game to use, because it is more realistic with them. You block on reaction. You do things based on reaction. I react to everything you do. That is it. So my points, like I said, I hope I will want reflex guard for every character. It would nullify turtling, or it will stop it a lot. You won't be able to feed people revenge, because it's been times where I've gotten revenge 5 times in a row just from blocking, just literally by doing nothing, just from blocking, and because my guard stays up all day. So it'll nullify turtling. You can't feed revenge. It will cause people to have to time their blocks, because their block won't be able to save them all the time. It will cause people to incorporate dodge attacks and dodging overall in order to counter their opponents, which means it's adding different fighting styles. And for characters who can deflect and stuff, it will cause them to have to learn how to deflect better and rely on their advantage when it comes to dodge speed, dodge distance, recovery, and stuff like that. And with those notes, I'm out. If y'all disagree anything, you can put it in the comments, so we could talk about it on here if you want for another video. But with that, I'm out. I'm probably about to try hard in this next game with Shaman, so because I was distracted, but I'm out. Peace.